All right, let's be honest. The internet is a very, very weird place. I mean, besides the weird stuff like YouTube, Reddit, and Quora, we have some of the actual good things, such as, I don't know, video games, movies, music. We have all those kinds of things. And many people on the internet are definitely very, very stupid. Like you can't deny whether you're a teenager or an adult. You can't deny that the internet has taken the IQ points of many, many people who go onto it. I don't know if science connects any of that, but it makes sense. But today I'm not talking about the regular things like YouTube. People may think that Reddit and that Reddit is a very, very, very weird place, and it definitely can be. But I'm talking about the idiots beyond that. I'm talking about the people who actually write down conspiracy theories. I swear there's nothing that baffles me quite nearly as much as the conspiracy theories on the internet. Like, I may be all up for thinking that the Queen of England is immortal and all, and that the earth is flat and whatever, despite all the videos from NASA made. But I'm talking about the theories that are even beyond that. Honestly, I don't know what's worse than that. I found a website, 20 of the internet's craziest conspiracy theories, and it's going to tell us something about the people of this world. Let's just say that the IQ points have fallen greatly. Anyway, we're going to start with the very first conspiracy theory, and that is that the Beatles never existed. We're actually going to start with that, huh? We're going to start with the Beatles never existed. I mean, it's going to be like the movie Yesterday. Why? Why would you think the Beatles never existed? So you're telling me all their songs, they just never existed. Simple as that. Well, what actually does this paragraph here that the people of the internet summoned up, and what did they have to say for this? Forget the old chestnut that Paul is dead. That's amateur hour stuff. Well, all right, I didn't think anything of it, but okay. How about this one? From the moment they began, the Beatles were a fake band staffed by a revolving cast of almost identical actors. I don't know about all that, but okay. If you often find yourself reading sentences like, it's interesting to note that there were different shapes, sizes, and styles of eyebrows over the years, and nodding vigorously, I see that they packed quite a lot of proof into this paragraph here by saying that they were identical actors that, just played the Beatles. But why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, what's the point of that? Anyway, the next one is Barack Obama could control the weather. Yes, because Barack Obama he must be an all-powerful god he's Zeus himself. Look at him. Why? I see no reason why this can't exist. Like, why can't Barack Obama just make thunderstorms and why can't he? Who's to say he didn't cause Hurricane Irene? Who's to say he didn't cause that himself? I'm sure he probably rigged the election to make Donald Trump lose too. You never know. Anyway, it says right here, President Obama deliberately manipulated the weather to deflect attention away from the White House in times of scandal. I was just kidding, but I guess I'm just a purebred conspiracy theorist, I guess. I don't know. I was born with it. It's a gift. After a mile-wide tornado struck Moore, Oklahoma, and killed 24 people, right-leaning broadcasters and internet truthers suggested the United States Air Force had caused the disaster on purpose to distract from a series of governmental controversies. Because that's definitely worth the effort. The coronavirus vaccine is just the government trying to inject us with a bunch of, tiny, very, very tiny, a lot smaller than that, very tiny robots that they'll be able to track us with, because that's definitely worth their time, effort, and money to track everybody in the world by implanting robots inside of them instead of just tracking their phones that are perfectly trackable. It just makes sense. The earth is flat. Well, we all know why. Clearly the earth is flat. Have you seen NASA's video? I mean, it clearly shows. No, of course you haven't seen NASA's video because NASA is definitely lying to us. I'm convinced that the sun is just a desk lamp. It's God's desk lamp. That makes sense. It just makes sense. Anyway, they're called the Flat Earth Society, if you didn't know, and they have the absolute stupidest reasons as to their logic. It really doesn't make sense. It's terrible to listen to. If you don't know, they're called flat earthers because they're just a community. They call themselves a community because only a certain group of people in this world, most of them Americans, they think that they're such a special type of they're a special race that defies all of science. I'm done talking about this. I don't like what these people stand for, really. Hitler is still alive. Well, I don't want to say anything, but let's take a look here. So, Hitler was born in 1889, which means that if my math is correct, if he was still alive, he'd be dead. He'd be dead. I mean, and he even says he died in 1945, but let's be honest. How can somebody from the 1800s actually live this long? He wasn't the offspring of the Queen of England and just becomes immortal. No, only she can do that, obviously. Okay, now, if you thought that the Earth was flat was a dumb thing, which you're definitely wrong. The Earth is totally flat on God's desk with his desk lamp sun pointing at us. The moon also does not exist. See, it shows right in this picture here. It says, not there. That's enough for me. It just works. It's not there. It says it right here on Google. It's not there. What more do you want? Like, seriously, people, open your eyes. It's not there. That big thing you see in the sky, it's fake. It's not there. It's a shared hallucination. It's not real. Honestly. Jay-Z is a time-traveling vampire. Why not? Let's read what I actually want to know what this one says. There are vast regions of the internet devoted to explaining why Jay-Z is part of the Illuminati. So he's a time-traveling Illuminati vampire. No argument here. Hence with this photo, which was taken in New York in 1939, appeared a few years ago. He was accused of being a time traveler and a vampire. This video lists other old-time celebrity lookalikes, temporal anomalies, yes, as well as suggesting that Hollywood stars don't age because they're the immortal blood-sucking undead. Not because they're stuffed with Botox, then. No, they're not stuffed with Botox. That's Jay-Z, but why is he a vampire? I don't know about this one. Why is he a vampire? The moon not existing, that totally makes sense. But Jay-Z being a vampire, I don't know. That's a little out of reach. Okay, so the Earth is hollow. I once heard something kind of like this, where the Earth was, it had mountains inside. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but they were like a reflection of... My hand can't describe it. I don't know. Forget I ever said it. It doesn't matter. I'll let the internet speak for me. Don't give up, readers. Oh, I wasn't gonna give up. I was getting excited, actually. You see, the Earth is hollow and accessible via portals at the North and South Poles. Luckily, though, it's quite habitable down there, providing excellent living quarters for the lost Viking colonies of Greenland and the Nazis, where aliens are in fact just visitors from the subterranean yonder. Once again, have you been to the North Pole? No, you haven't been to the North Pole. Who's to say there's not just random portals there that don't exist anywhere else on Earth, or pretty much in the universe that we know of, just in theory of math calculations? Why wouldn't there be portals that we just don't know about? Idiots. Alright, dinosaurs helped build the pyramids, obviously. No, it wasn't slaves. You thought the aliens did? That's just the conspiracy theory. The truth is that the dinosaurs built them. Okay, here's another thing. I'm not too huge of a fan of this guy, but apparently Michael Jackson was killed by the Iranian government. Now, the king, I don't know, man, the king of pop, the Iranian government killed. I mean, simple as that. There's no other way to explain it, but the Iranian government killed him. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to go to the next fact. All right, Michael Jackson is still alive. Okay, forget what I said, everybody. Michael Jackson is still alive. Is he dead? Is he alive? So the theory is that he's dead, but the counter theory is that he's alive. So basically, moral of the story is that people on the internet are stupid. That's all there is to say. Like, really? Is the Earth really flat? Like, come on, is that even a question? Of course it is.